This is the opening to Farfar's birthday. Today's October 18th, and next Tuesday, October 21st, 1986, Farfar will be 80. And I'm all done, I guess.
Why did the elephant wear its green shoes?
Why did the elephant wear his green shoes?
Because his red shoes are in the wash.
Let's cut this thing real quick.
Self on TV.
Oh, look, see?
Okay.
Get in there. Did you?
So you have two boys here.
Right.
Two little fellows.
Want to talk? Say a joke. What kind of joke was that? What? A cuckoo. Hi, cuckoo.
That's his joke. Cuckoo.
When it's time to say something, I'm going to say two jokes.
Okay, it's time.
What did the floor say to the ceiling?
We did that one.
Oh, but I'm doing it with Farfar. No, I'm doing it with you. What did the floor say to the ceiling? Cuckoo. No?
Oh.
What did, I'll meet you at the corner. Why did the elephant wear its green shoes? I don't know. Why did he? Because his red shoes were in the wash.
Next Jay makes a great straight man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to tell you a joke. I might make a good one. Oh, cows don't make milk, coconuts do. They do.
That's right.
Why? What did the banana say to the flower fruit?
What?
Hi, cuckoo head. Let me talk. What did the banana say to the bowl of ice cream?
I bite.
No? Why are you made out of milk? What did the nose say to the eye? I don't know what. I hate you. Oh. What did the nose say to the left eye and the
Right.
right mouth? Guess. Guess what? Cuckoo? No? Don't. Why are you part of the human body? No. I don't know. Because. Dad, why'd because I was just born on the human body. Isn't that funny? What did the chair say to the eye? Say the leg. Okay. He said, "How are you, cuckoo head?" Hey! Uh-oh! What did the flower say to the bird?
What?
Why are you always in the air instead of blossoming pretty blossoms?
Oh.
Why? Guess why? Maybe they don't. Maybe they fly, and he doesn't have wings. Because you don't. Because you don't have feathers or ears. Why are you in the air instead of...
80th birthday today. Congratulations for that, first of all.
Thank you, Paul.
And
I don't feel like 80 yet.
that's good.
No,
That's excellent. You better not feel like 80 because you have a wheelbarrow for a gift.
Oh.
So I hope you get many years out of that. Instead of a wheelchair, we get a wheelbarrow when he's 80 years old here. So
That's more like it, yes.
symbolic gift that
Put
you
me to
can.
work.
Yeah.
I need work.
Well, you're going to stay in shape that way. You're going to go back to doing the lawns in the neighborhood now. Other people's lawns,
I
no?
have my day with it.
Yeah.
Take care of my own.
Still practicing the euphonium, aren't you?
Not too much. I should.
Are you playing anything? Is there anything coming up? Any engagements coming up?
Tomorrow. Today's Saturday. Tomorrow morning.
Elam Park?
Elam Park.
Great.
Yeah, a couple of songs.
What numbers are you doing?
Bless This House, and the other is The Lord's Prayer.
Do you have the pianist? Who's the pianist that was
Ruth,
with...
what's her name again? She used to be a piano player for Harold
Gustafson, yeah.
Yeah.
Great arranger. Yeah.
Yeah. I should remember her last name. Yeah. Ruth Munson.
Ruth Munson? Yeah, that's wonderful.
Ruth Munson.
That's when we should have this for tomorrow when you're playing the horn.
Yeah.
Have that put into the archives, the Sievertson archives.
How true.
Yeah.
Or at least to get it taped.
Yeah. I've got some of Dad's playing taped. I brought a recorder, a little portable recorder along, and I have some of his solos on tape. But he's still strong. I mean, he plays really well still. Good vibrato. Last time I heard you.
That was Elam Park.
Elam Park, yeah.
8 months ago, yeah.
That was excellent.
Play for the same group this time.
Now it's my turn to congratulate you on your 80th. I understand you had a party last night. Another party.
Yes, another party, yes.
He's still hungover, Dave, from last night's party, I think.
I'm not over it yet.
Oh, yeah, I haven't. That's good. It's good for the heart. Who was at the party last night?
Oh, a group of our friends, about 10 of us, from the Corps.
Dick Klemoff.
Klimoffs, and of course you don't know the names, the others. Edwards.
Who's the officer?
Jackson and Major Jackson and Captain Bresler.
Mm-hmm.
You met them before, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Was it a late evening?
No, they left about 10 o'clock. Yeah.
That's good. And Uncle Dave and Aunt Flo and Martha were going to come today, but Uncle Dave's sick.
Dave can't make it?
Came down with the flu.
No kidding.
So he called this afternoon.
He was going to come down with the flu, but he came down with the
flu.
flu.
He came down with the flu. Now he's not coming down with either. But I think he still has a flow, though, at home.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And Martha will be coming down tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, that's good.
She's coming down on her own then.
Yeah, and she's going to stay a couple days.
Well, she'll drive.
She'll drive, yeah. And in the other room I can hear we have Mom and Aunt Eva, Aunt Ruth, Svea, Elna, and the kids are in the other room, Casey, Kai, Eric. I see Emily over there.
We'll have to parade the kids in front of the camera here.
Yeah, and you already saw Daniel and Eric on your lap over there.
Before this gig is over.
In this room I have my kid brother. There he's sitting over, Otto.
Yeah.
Has Otto been on camera yet?
We're glad to have Uncle Otto here.
Emphasize the
kid, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sit over here.
Over to you, Paul.
I remember.
Timmy, what's this button down here?
That's to disconnect the microphone.
Oh, okay. Uncle Otto?
I'm the kid brother, but emphasize the kid.
This is Uncle Otto, who's junior by many years of Dad.
Full 8 years, at least.
Uncle Otto says...
And a day, to be exact.
8 years and a day. And we're glad to have Uncle Otto at the party. We just saw Uncle Otto a couple nights ago at a sad occasion when their brother Leif passed away, who was at 78 years old.
78 or 79, was he?
79.
79. Oh, he
would have been 79, yeah.
Would have been 79.
Yeah.
So now we're together on a happier occasion.
Yeah.
And Uncle Otto's in good health.
When he talks, put the microphone.
Okay.
When he talks.
Oh, okay. Where do we go from here?
I was
Want to get Uncle Otto into...
I was impressed, Dad, at the funeral service when the minister mentioned that Lifey had talked to him in his last few days and mentioned that he had a brother who played in the Salvation Army and was still very active playing the horn. So sitting in the funeral parlor audience there, that was moving for me to know that you were remembered like that. Great thing.
I remember that, but there's another sentence he said after that. I forgot what that was. Do you remember?
No.
Do you remember, Otto?
Well,
he said something more.
Lifey also told him that he also has a brother who plays golf.
That's right. One plays euphonium, one plays golf.
Yeah.
Right, and the euphonium sounds much better with a golf ball in it. And a little water.
Yeah, that's right.
A little aqua.
On the rocks.
On the rock?
And so the brothers were together temporarily there, and then Sievert, another brother, didn't make it up for that.
In Florida.
But he's still in good health at 82, Sievert is, isn't he?
Yep, he was just 82, yeah.
And their sister Margaret didn't make it up, but she's doing very well too.
Yeah, well, she had been up here a couple of weeks
Yeah,
ago.
that's right. She was up a little earlier.
Oh, Otto.
And saw Uncle Lifey out there when she
yeah.
was up, yeah.
Isn't Steve 1 year older than me? And I'm 1 year older than life. If I'm 80, he'll be 81. He's 81 now.
Who?
1 year difference.
Steve was 82.
Is it 82?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I never knew that. So 2 years difference.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2 years and a couple of months.
Yeah.
And life was a year younger.
He'll be 79.
Oh, I see. Now, I never knew that.
So you're a year and a couple of months older than life. And then in Norway they had, there was another 2 year span when they had Carl. My mom had Carl in Norway who lived only a couple of months.
Carl died there.
Yeah.
It's buried over in Norway.
Yeah, right.
That was in
Only a couple of
1910.
months old, yeah.
Yeah. From pneumonia.
Right. Is that what it was? Pneumonia, though. And then Margaret was 2 years younger than, and I'm 2 years younger than Margaret, and Alma was 2 years younger than me. So it was every 2 year span, practically, yeah.
And then Berta.
Berta was a sister who died
In Brooklyn, 57th Street. Brooklyn.
shortly after
she was
birth,
there.
or
Yeah,
Yeah, she's sick.
yeah, only a month or two, I guess, the most, yeah.
But I remember the boy dying in Norway, pneumonia. And then I was sitting on the funeral wagon way on top Sky High. Yeah, I remember that.
You don't remember what town in Norway? Would have been Flekkefjord or one of the southern fjords?
That was Sukendal.
Sukendal?
Sukendal. That's next to Flekkefjord.
Yeah.
But when we were young, we went to
That's where
Flekkefjord.
Mom came from.
Yeah, Mom came from.
Sukendal, yeah. It's not near Christiania?
Not too
Oslo?
far away.
Right.
To the west, yeah, southwest.
And Pop
By
came from-
train's about a couple hours. By train.
Pop came from Drummond.
Christian. Yeah, Drummond. That's near Erker.
Right. He used to say they made so much beer in Drummond that Drummond sunk.
Yeah.
Drummond is
Sunk.
sunky, that
Yeah,
it's sunk in all the beer they made, yeah.
yeah. De är helt full av och till, the Norwegians.
Yeah, that
Ja, det är sant det.
was done.
When we were in Norway, then I remember Leify, he was playing on the edge of the water, the waterfront there where the rowboat is. And then he fell in, then he was laying on his back for some reason rather, and then kicking his feet. Didn't sink.
Was he roly-poly then? He was a big guy,
very much
right?
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then Stephen and I, we shouted for our grandma aunt. She came rushing down, got a little stick and pushed them in, you know, a couple of feet away, so we could pick them up.
That might have been Aunt
Just
Nicolene.
floating there. In other words, he taught himself how to float.
Laying on his
Fortunately, he
back.
probably fell in
Yeah.
that way and refused to move.
Yeah.
When the alternative was dying, that seemed like a very
Yeah.
good thing to do, to teach yourself to float. Who ended up in the rain barrel? Didn't you brothers put somebody
Uncle-
upside down in the rain barrel?
Uncle Lifey
That was
ended up
Lifey
in the
too?
rain barrel upside down, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you had to call for
So he
Pop
almost
to pick
drowned
him
in,
up and
too.
pull him out of there,
He was down
right?
in the cabin, came up and pulled him up on the legs.
Then let your dad tell you what happened to him when Pop was running the heist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to tell that experience. You held on to the rope when it went up to the crane?
Yeah. At that time he was on a barge, open barge, and the one end was the cabin, but on top of that was the
Crane.
engine, gasoline engine. See, and the hoist in the cable, and the line was attached to the mast. See, then the line was on the deck,
Yeah.
and that was walking around.
So it went
playing
through a
on the
pulley
deck.
up on
Oh,
top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I saw the line on the deck there, and I grabbed it. And then I grabbed it with two hands. All of a sudden, it started to go up. And I continued holding it. I didn't drop it. So right up to, and then my pop, he heard something, or someone shouted to him, and he stopped the engine just as my fingers reached the
Ready to go
block
through the
tackle.
pulley.
Yeah,
All the way up.
yeah.
And he's hanging.
You remember that, Otto?
I remember
he
the
wasn't there.
story. I
Yeah,
wasn't there because
yeah. You were.
Margaret was born on the boat, so
Yeah.
that was in 1912 when that happened.
So you were
That's
6 years old.
incredible. 6 years old.
No, you would think he'd know better after 5.
That's right.
No.
And now you've been reincarnated in Eric.
Right.
Now that sounds like something my son would do, Eric. Yeah.
Well,
Who got you down then? Somebody.
my father, he he let the engine go down.
Yeah.
The rope go down.
Yeah.
See, slow till we got to the ground. See.
If you go through, keep going.
And then what happened?
What I didn't like, I recall distinctly, he got my hands out of the block and tackle. Then some of the stevedores from the dock there, stevedores. Then they came. And then one put his hat in front of my face so I wouldn't see my hands taken away from the line, wrapped in my hands. See, and then I didn't like that. A smelly hat. See, I still recall that. See, on my face here, one of his caps, smelly caps. See, I didn't like that.
I've been working on all day, or all week, or a month.
You had been hauled up 20 or 30 feet up in the air, though. You couldn't let go, or you would have fallen to the deck.
Well, I don't know. I didn't let go. I happened to hold it this way, I guess. And it's strange. It's strange.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't let go for Paul and my sake.
That's right. Yeah.
And my brother Steve, he told me a couple of times, I must have been dreaming that, because he wasn't on board. I was on board alone with my father.
Well, it sounds like the same version you've told me many times over about that story.
Yeah. The same. Yeah. Many times over?
Well, I've heard it since I was a child. Yeah. So it must be accurate.
Yeah.
So your memory's still good.
What's next on the program?
Well,
Talk about the experience we had on your boat, the Mona, back in '39 or whenever it was, and
Can you get a picture of the Mona
and we caught.
on the wall, Tim?
yeah, here's the Mona up
that's it.
here, Tim, if we can move up to that.
That's it, right? Yeah.
This was Dad's pride and joy, his first boat.
We still don't know who's on it, though. We can't figure it out. Maybe you can take a look later, Otto.
The actual photo of
We
the
can't figure out who the people
boat
are.
is
Hold
on
on to this,
top
I'll get
there.
it down.
Okay.
All I know is we had 13 people on the boat at one time.
Oh, yeah.
There's only a 25 foot. 13 of us,
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, we wrote,
How many life preservers did you have?
Two.
Two?
Oh, no, I had at least half a dozen.
yeah.
This is the Mona here.
Oh, there is some wording on the back. Some writing on the back.
This was a 1938 Chris Craft
That's it.
that Dad owned.
Yeah.
6-cylinder, slept 4.
Isn't that supposed to be a model of it?
No. My mother made it, but...
Yes, in a way,
Yeah.
yes.
Right, yeah.
This boat survived the 1938 hurricane, only to be destroyed on the beaches of Brooklyn in the Queens.
Manhattan,
Hempstead Harbor,
Hempstead
1944. That was the hurricane that took this one out. But you put it back together again because I was on this boat as a child
Yeah.
in 47 and 48, I guess, as a 1-2-year-old. Also without a life preserver, I might add, I'm sure.
And as soon as I was born, they got rid of the boat, so I never was on it, I don't think. Is that right, Dad?
Yeah.
When did you get rid of the boat, totally?
In 1944 in a hurricane, severely
Hold
damaged.
this over here. Eric, come over here. Sure, come over. Just sit on my lap.
And here comes Eric.
Before the accident, the picture was
No joke.
all damaged.
If I want to talk, let me.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to wish Far a happy birthday, Eric?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to give Eric a chance here.
I wish Farfar a happy birthday.
Thank you, Eric.
Give him a hug and a kiss with that.
Don't break his glasses with the thing. Hugging a kiss with the
Well, thanks for the hug and kiss. You must like me, your grandpa.
I want to make up a joke.
Okay, you make up a joke. Just make it clean, Eric.
Here
now.
comes a joke.
Go ahead. Make up a joke.
One joke.
I'll do one, Eric.
What did the dirt say to the ocean?
What did the dirt say to the ocean? I give up.
Why are you... Ocean, why are you so clean and I'm so dirty?
All right, Eric.
Because... No, I'm not done.
There's more to this.
Because you poured mud in yourself.
Eric, are you making this joke up as you go along?
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
I'm done.
You're done. Okay.
Eric? Eric?
Who he loves more.
Eric?
Time you ever said I'm done, I'll bet.
Eric?
And he's not done for long.
Eric? What do you do when an elephant swallows you?
I don't know what.
You run around till you're pooped out. That joke's from Aunt Pat.
I want to say something.
Yeah.
What do you do when an elephant swallows you?
What?
So, who's on there?
Start a fire inside of his body, then he'll sneeze and sneeze you out.
That's clever, Eric. Eric, let me ask you a real serious question now. Who do you love more, Farfar or your brother Kai?
Far.
Far. That's what I thought.
But you still love your brother Kai, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Let me ask you another
Glad to
question.
hear that.
Eric, what would you rather do? Would you rather go to bed early or go to your Farfar's 80th birthday party?
Go to bed. Neither. Go to bed late.
Go to bed late. Oh, neither, but go to bed late. And you know, Eric, can you introduce who's here with us
Who's this
on
young
your Uncle David's lap?
Daniel.
That's Daniel. And where's he from?
I don't know.
Well, how about if we ask
All
Daniel?
I know is that he lives in Foxonville, France.
All right, I think Daniel's going to have to introduce himself here.
And what's your
Tell us
name?
where you live and what your name is?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look at it. Daniel Trask.
Daniel Trask, that's right. What town are you from?
Are you from
I don't
Norway?
know.
Were you born in Norway like Kai?
Are you from Brockton, Daniel?
Well, remember that you said that you'd get me 4 packs.
And who's that girl? Who's that young lady sitting over there?
Remember, well, we've got you.
Emily.
That's your sister Emily.
That's a contract. I'll come through. I'll come
Yeah, I
through.
have it. I didn't even say anything. I need
Daniel, do you notice what's behind the camera back there? We have a great birthday cake
I know.
for
Oh, yeah.
Maurice here.
Yum.
And nobody's touched it yet.
What do you do when the whale eats you?
Give up.
Start a big fire, and all smoke will come up and they'll sneeze. And you have to paddle real fast so he won't get you again.
Oh, this is an action joke. So,
Roy, to see what's written on the back. Roy.
Don't put any milk in here, but
More of the
yeah,
history.
you don't want to get a real charge out of that, do you?
What do you do when the curtains eat you
the original cold cut.
what do you do? No, when the curtains eat a plant?
When I first had
I don't know.
I can see the difference in these super
You
stars.
cut his throat off. Tell it.
All right, one more, and then we're going to talk to Bjarne and Uncle Roy.
What did the bird say to the earth?
I give up. What did the bird say to the earth, Eric?
Why are you round it and don't have wings or a head?
Well, that's weird because the earth flies in a way, doesn't it?
But he doesn't have wings.
I think you're going to replace Johnny Carson someday, Eric.
Yes, all the wings of all the birds.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
right.
But I don't because the earth doesn't have wings because
But what did Tim just say? The earth has all the wings of all the birds on it.
Why don't you slide over to my father?
Should we pass this down,
Bye.
Bjarne?
Yeah, why don't you slide
Tim, do you want to get Bjarne Ellefson on here?
Thank you, Jesus, Savior, the faithful, and a glad welcome home in the sky.
Well, I just hope this doesn't discourage my father from wanting to live to 90. But
I hope this don't break the camera.
no, it breaks our hearts, though. So,
Still on? Can we dance?
he was just on. You were just on his show.
And the 3 and the 4 and the deep.
We're off camera. So, and oh, you can see all the way in there.
That's why I look good to him. That's why, actually. That's why I know. Oh, yeah. Tell us some of these old war stories.
Yeah, I'll tell you something that how the Lord leads, though.
I've only got
I've
7
been
minutes.
dating a girl up in Worcester, and in fact, she wanted to get married, you know, like a year while I was in the service.
Not I.
And I just never felt that my sister and brother-in-law thought I should marry her because she was a pretty nice girl, very nice girl. But anyway, I wrote to her, but I wrote to a few others as well, girls I met while I was in the service and in the States. So anyway, when I came out of the service, I had met Eva the first night out, but then I called this girl from Worcester, and whom I'd known over a period of time, and she figured now is the time maybe we're going to get married. So I called her and I said, come on down. So I said, no, I'm tired of chasing you. If you want me, you're going to come up and see me. So I said, well, I can't come. I said, my brother-in-law just had a nervous breakdown. So I said, it's true. It was true. Yeah. and I have to nurse, you know, help my sister nurse him back to health. So okay, she says, I'll finally come down. So she was supposed to come down the next weekend. Well, in the meantime, she broke her leg. So she couldn't come down for like 6 weeks. In the meantime, I dated Eve a couple of times. And then when she called back, and when she called back, the girl called back, you know, like 6 or 7 weeks later and said she could come down. I told her forget about it. I'd already made up my mind. I was really interested.
The Lord's doing. Broke her leg.
But you know what's so interesting about that?
Breaking other people's legs.
But we really, it was a very interesting thing because we saw them then several times after that. Anytime we were from Massachusetts, we used to camp a lot with our children. And we'd go to Massachusetts, you know, and we would see them. We went to the Worcester Congress at that time. We'd stop and see them because she was married, had 2 boys, and had a very good time. So anyway, this one time, several years later, we went to Nickerson State Park.
Cape Cod.
Cape Cod. And it was so crowded that we came the night before and had to stand in line, you know? So we were standing there in line the night before to wait till the morning till the ranger came in. So anyway, lo and behold, when morning dawned, we saw this woman come out of the ranger's office, and who was it but Pearl, his former girlfriend. Well, Pearl and David, and Pearl and Roy never lived that down because we said that was prearranged. Because here they are at Nickerson State Park, so we couldn't get a place, it was so crowded. So of course the Smiths, they were very charming people. They invited us to stay with them.
Well, you went on to share the same tent then.
Yeah,
State Park.
That's called swapping today.
That was the beginning of swapping. So that was very interesting. But
tell about the
They were team players.
Last year we were up to Dave and Flo's. Was it last year? We were at Dave and Flo's.
We were there this summer.
And then we were going to Becky's house.
Oh yes, that's so
going to
interesting.
Becky's house.
Becky invites for dinner. That's my niece up in
the Worcester area. And then we were coming by the house. Well, you tell the rest.
No, we were having dinner, and I said to Becky something about because I had sent her cards, and I said, "This is Colorado Drive."
Yeah.
Davis Becky. I said, "This is Colorado Drive, isn't it? This is Holden." And I said to Roy, "That's where Smiths lived, this former girlfriend, you know, his, John. I said, "This is where the Smiths live." And I said, Becky lived, whatever it was, Colorado Circle, and Smith lived Colorado Drive. So I said to Becky, "Do you know what Colorado Drive is?" She said, 2 doors down, Colorado Drive. So we looked up the telephone book for Smith, and we hadn't received a card from her for 2 years. So I said to Roy, something must have happened to her, because she always sent us a card, Christmas card. So I had Roy call, and the husband answered, and he said she had died. Oh no, he died 2 years ago. And he had remarried, and he said, I guess he was having a divorce, or he had a divorce.
Right.
Really? Oh, really? So is that a coincidence? Two coincidences with that family. It's really interesting.
So you outlived Pearl. Better woman. You're a better woman right now.
Just think, I would have been a happy bachelor.
Boy, she may not have survived that long. You can also look at it that way.
That's right.
When you and I were we'll change that Maggie to Esther. Ready?